Thank you, Mr. President!
We need competent people. We need smart people coming into our country. We need a lot of people coming in. We're going to have jobs like we've never had before.
This is a wonderful day.
The MAGA camp is like siblings right now, fighting for their parents' approval. On what? The H-1B visa for skilled migrants. One side says it hurts American workers. The other side says it will preserve American excellence. And yesterday, the parent weighed in. I'm talking about Donald Trump, the president-elect. He hosted a New Year's party at his home in Florida. The reporters asked him about his position on the H-1B visa. Listen to the reply.
First up, we have to have the most competent people in our country. We need competent people. We need smart people coming into our country. We need a lot of people coming in. We're going to have jobs like we've never had before.
This is the second time Trump is clarifying. He has said twice now that he supports the H-1B visa program. So why is there still confusion? Because of two reasons. Number one, Trump's far-right supporters do not like H-1B. They want the program to be scrapped. They've also unleashed a racist campaign against Indian Americans because Indians are the biggest H-1B beneficiaries. That is one reason. Secondly, Trump himself was against H-1B. In his first term as president, he drastically reduced visa approvals. By 2018, the rejection rate had shot up to 24%. 24% applications were rejected. And this was no surprise because Trump campaigned on reducing foreign labor. Listen to his remarks. These are from 2016. This is what Donald Trump said in 2016. I will end forever the use of the H-1B as a cheap labor program and institute an absolute requirement to hire American workers first for every visa and immigration program. No exceptions. But now he says he's always supported it. You can see why it's confusing. But the question is, what brought about this change? Why has Trump shifted his position? It's because of the tech community. Most H-1B visas are used by big tech, the technology companies. And they supported Trump's campaign this time. Elon Musk, for example, he loves the program. His companies are among the top users of H-1B. So Donald Trump is leaning towards his new tech supporters and saying what they would like to hear. For countries like India, this is a positive signal. But there are two factors to note. One, the voter sentiment. Immigration and jobs were key issues in this election. Americans chose Donald Trump because he promised to create more jobs, not for migrants, but for Americans. And the polls support this. Only 26% Americans want to hire more foreign workers in high-skilled jobs. 60% say, make do with what we have. Meaning, hire American, not foreign workers. How long will Trump ignore this sentiment? That is the first factor to note. Secondly, Elon Musk has slightly backpedaled on his position. He recently said the H-1B system is broken. He said it's in need of urgent reform, like increasing the minimum salary requirement or asking employers to pay annual fees for using the program. Basically, make H-1B visas more expensive. And what would that achieve? It would discourage firms from using the visa liberally. Instead, they would only use it when absolutely necessary. Let me explain this. Tech firms don't use H-1B out of the goodness of their heart. They use it because H-1B labor is cheaper. Around 60% of these visa holders are paid less than the average wage. And let's say the salary threshold is raised or the annual fee is hiked. Then it would erase this wage gap. Meaning it would not make sense to use the H-1B anymore if you're only doing it to save costs. That's not just bad news for Indians, but also bad news for these companies because they will have to pay more money. Is this what Donald Trump is trying to do? Or will he continue with the way things are? Well, that's the question he's not answered yet. If you think about it, this is a story of injustice all around. The far right hates having too many Indians in America. For them, it's not about skills or wages, it's about race. Meanwhile, tech firms love having H-1B workers around, but for them, it's all about paying less about exploiting the non-American workers. Neither side is fighting the good fight here. It's just injustice of two different kinds.